Hi, my name is Kamal, and I am the best author and coach in the country. I have written a book on rising above stress, mastering 60 plus strategies for a better life. And I am on a mission to help millions of people live a happy and a better life.
And there is a friend of mine, a wonderful personality, who is also on the same mission and purpose to help millions of people. And in that journey, he has written a book also, which is a wonderful book. He's a sort of mindfulness teacher also. His name is Sundar the chef. He has written the book, The Shepherd's Guide to Prosperity. Mindfulness, 11 steps to harmonize wealth and building. So here I would love to welcome Mr. Sundar and I'm so thrilled to welcome him on this podcast, on this chat. And welcome, Sundar, so much to this chat show, to this interview. And I'm thrilled to have you on in front of me on a camera. And yes, I request you to please share a little bit about yourself, your background, your profession, etc. And then we will further move into the journey of your book writing and the purpose.
Thank you so much, Kamal. This is a wonderful opportunity to meet you in this podcast, and I'm also thrilled to do this one. As you mentioned, so just to correction, as you mentioned, my name is Sundar Puli is my nickname. Okay,
Okay.
Sundar Puli is called in my friend circle, and I'm following that name, but my actual name is Sundara Pandian. Sometimes people uh, find complexity to read my name, so
Ah,
I tweaked it to be Sundar Puli. Puli is basically is a tiger, right? So
okay.
that is how my name got popular within my close circle, and I started to use it since like 20 years. I'm using this name.
And your aura is also
Who
reflecting your
knows?
beard and your hair like the tiger.
Yeah, true. So yeah,
Yes,
so
very nice.
basically, I'm from Madurai, Tamil Nadu based city. People would have known to about the Meenakshi Amman temple. So that is where I grew up, and till my college days, I was there, and I moved around different places across the world, and learned a lot of things, met a lot of people, all these
Okay.
things, and uh, my experience. I want to share with the people like how was my journey, and how I achieved certain things. So that is what covered my book also. So
Ah,
we'll talk about the in details, but yeah, so that is in a nutshell. And I'm currently settled in Bangalore, and I have a very beautiful family and with two kids
two
with
kids,
me.
yes.
Yeah, so that is
Excellent, excellent.
my
And
yeah.
yeah, and what are you into? Like, what is your main profession? If you can share also, and
Sure. So I'm working with a company named Wangdoody.
okay,
It's a sister concern of Infosys. So
okay,
here, my role is mainly I'm into the industry is called user experience. So mainly
okay.
about design, how people use an application or software. So we design softwares, we design products. So that is the whole uh, professional side
Yeah,
of me.
professional side. Okay, so you are into IT side,
Yeah.
and then how IT and moving
Uh-huh.
into the mindfulness, and then in that kind of a spiritual journey, and aligning the financial aspect of to the
Yeah.
mindfulness. So, were you personally experiencing some kind of a financial challenges that took you towards this mindfulness journey, or how it evolved basically?
That's a very good question. So everybody's life, at some point of time, we get a twist and turns. It
Right,
happened to me
right.
also. It was again during the COVID time. See, like everybody else, till my college days, I was with my family, with my parents, everybody taken care of me. I
Hmm.
never knew what is this money, what is this saving, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
My entire after the college days, like when I got a job, I felt like I'm free. I can do anything, right?
Yeah.
So that is how I started, and I went as like freak. I never had a concept of savings.
Hmm. I think
Hence,
that age
I spent
itself
my
is
money
like,
like anything.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
exactly. So I never had a mindset of savings at all. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Lot of my friends used to say, Sundar, don't do this. at least save some money.
Right.
But it's a life, right? It's that
Absolutely.
is how our mental model works at that age of like you feel like you are free to do anything.
Free. Right, right. You feel
Yeah,
like you are on the top of the world and you can achieve anything without, like, being
exactly.
so mindful and yeah,
Yes, yes,
careful. Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Hmm.
So that was a twist happened during the COVID time. So I faced a lot of uh, things during my life,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
the money crunch happened at that point of time, and then I realized how important it is to save money, right?
Right,
I
right.
think like during the time, a lot of people would have faced a similar kind of a thing,
Correct.
and that time is it was a tough time for me to
Hmm.
understand how to manage it. So that is how I started to think, and I'm a fan of Thich Nhat Hanh. It's a
Yes, Vietnamese mindfulness teacher. He's a
Vietnamese,
fantastic
yeah.
teacher. Right, right.
Exactly, exactly. So I read his book. I'm having a habit of reading books. Okay, that way I got introduced to Thich Nhat Hanh, and I started to watch his videos, his
Hmm.
explanations, his concepts.
Right.
Sorry. So that is how I got inspired about mindfulness, about learning how can every step can be mindful step can make you happy. When you are mindful about
Definitely.
what you are doing, right? So that will be like a bliss
Shaping
for you.
your, yes,
Yeah,
blissful
yeah,
and shaping your entire, yeah, life course.
exactly,
Right,
exactly.
right,
So when I followed that mindfulness habit and the discipline way of things, I started to feel like every time when you think about certain things, right, you will
right.
get a lot of perspective towards that. You will able
Hmm.
to you'll get complete clarity about what you are doing. So that clarity brought me into this finance world.
Wow,
Finance is
wow.
something like a lot of people will feel that when you get into the stock market or something, it's a gambling,
Right.
right? But when I actually studied in the mindful way, it actually reflects our entire life journey. Five
Hmm.
stages of our life journey is simply put in the stock market.
Right,
When I
right.
able to parallel these two things, I
Yes.
get completely like stock market is almost like a journey. So that is how
Right.
I got into the stock market and understood the finance aspects, and
Hmm.
then on I am into savings and investments, and I'm in a good position. I learn a lot of things. Everything is a self learn.
Right. Hmm.
Yeah, that gave complete different perspective to my life. So that
Right.
is what the inspiring thing to write this book, because in our home and everywhere, right, talking about money is a taboo.
Right. Very right. Nobody wants
So
to talk about,
ex-
yes, openly money. Yes.
exactly. See, if I go to hospital to check the doctor,
Yeah.
I'll have in a mind that okay, if I go to hospital and if doctor says something wrong about me, right?
Absolutely. Yes, yes.
Wrong in the sense something that you are having a sugar issue, you are having a pressure issue, something if doctor says, you'll
Yes.
feel tired. So that is why most of the time we avoid to go to doctor,
Doctor.
right? It
Yes.
happens with our financial. So we don't discuss thing with this to our experts or anyone. We feel that what happens if he knows about my debt
Mind. Right.
and I'm already in a stoop. And if he says that
Hmm.
negative of about my lifestyle,
Correct.
I won't feel happy, right? So they try to avoid the happiness,
Hmm. Hmm.
actually speaking, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
So that is where everybody gets stuck,
Tuck.
and that okay, be open, be mindful, understand your lifestyle, every moment, whatever you are doing, be mindful.
Right,
So that is
right.
the whole thing. It
Thing.
triggered me to write this book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful. So, it's heartwarming to know that a person from IT, like, otherwise there is a perception that IT people are like, well, people. But it's end of the day, yes, we all are human being, and yes, when you talk about money, there is a certain emotions are attached. People feel restricted to talk about money openly or to discuss about money.
Yes.
And like you very beautifully explained that, there is a certain perception have been developed. Like you use the analogy of visiting a doctor. Similarly, yes, money also, it create a different emotions in each individual. But your mindfulness, I think, help you a lot. And we will talk about this, your mindfulness journey towards the earning wealth, uh, and how it has helped you to secure financial life. Because finance is sort of, we can say that the backbone of our daily life. Everywhere we need money. Without money we cannot live happily. So it is not that money is the happiness,
Yes,
but money is required to be happy also. We cannot say that without money we can be happy.
exactly. You
So
rightly put. Yes.
yes, yes.
See,
Wonderful,
sometimes
wonderful.
people will say, "Why are you always talking about money?
Hmm.
What is this?" There is a generation called YOLO is YOLO, like you only live once. So people have that kind of
Right.
mindset that I live only once, so why I need to save money? So that kind of perceptions in the current generations, actually,
Hmm.
it's misinterpretation of YOLO, actually speaking.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And again,
Right.
there's another perception, as you clearly called out about the IT employees, they earn good money and all those things, right? Surely, like people, there are a lot of people who earns money. The problem is they don't know how to, nobody has proper way of handling the money.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes, they earn and they spend equally also.
exactly. At the end of the
Yes.
month, they say, I don't have money.
I don't have money, right? Yes,
Yeah.
so definitely, yes. I think that is now my next question, that how and what reader can learn from your book, that how this, your journey of being mindful towards money can help, what message people can get through your book.
Okay. See, I'm from my background or my family, the ancestors, means most of our ancestors would have been in the same industry of farming, right?
Hmm.
That is the core of our living. If
Living,
there is no farmer, we are not here, right?
not here. Correct.
So I'm actually very passionate towards farming, okay, and
Hmm.
especially how to do organic farming and
Okay.
how to be like live in a natural, in the nature, with the nature, right?
Right.
So that and that triggered me to relate the finance and mindfulness so that people can easily understand the importance of both the sides. How important is farming, how important is mindfulness, and how important is finance. So I have paralleled these three things in my book
Book.
so that
Wow.
people can easily understand what I'm talking about. There I
Ah.
have given a couple of frameworks also to easily you can remember that.
Right, right. Because you have written your book in the form of a three, four characters journey, like how they come across, what were their qualities, characteristics, and how
Yeah.
equally you by understanding the characteristics of the person and then using them towards a betterment of your financial health. So can you,
Yes.
yes, describe, because you use it such a creative way. So how that idea came up, like you said, that farming and that mindfulness and the finance. So what are those characters? And there are, a couple of characters you use. Like, are they related to your real life or they are fictional?
Okay. So few things are fictional, few things are as usual, like as an author, it's my personal experience, but
Right.
I have an add an protagonist over there, and actually the protagonist might be my actual personal person. Right? He's my
Ah,
reflection. Okay.
okay. Yeah.
So I have put that person in a place to describe whatever I face in my life, and
Hmm.
also I seen a lot of friends how they are doing it in their life. So that character, the name is Arun in this one. So
Hmm.
that character is actually my reflection, like
Yes.
50% you can say it's my reflection, okay,
Ah,
whatever I gone through in my life,
right.
and 50% is like others point of view.
Point out.
So if I when I see the Arun, when you read through Arun, right, you will able to relate yourself.
Hmm. Yes.
You become when you read that book, you will become you will get into that character, okay. Every incident I mentioned over there, you can relate with every individual over here. So
Yes. When I read,
uh,
I felt that yes, it's not, Arun is not different than Kamal. Is
yeah.
though those two characters are different, but they are actually, in that I was feeling that I am Arun. So yeah, it is so beautifully harmonized that character and taking the real life inspiration.
Exactly. So, for example, if a temple, right? A farmer knows the weather conditions. He don't need a compass or anything. The
Absolutely right.
person can understand the season, right?
Right.
Similarly, you can put it in the finance sector, in the market, stock market also. If you are expert in that one, you
Hmm.
can actually understand how the market is behaving. Whether
Behaving.
this time I need to apply any kind of urea, potassium, or whatever it is, right? Whether I
Right.
need to use this one, whether I need to add whether I need to add some extra money over here, right? So you
Hmm.
can relate exactly in your real life. Taking example from organic farming,
Ah,
if rain comes, you need a shelter,
shelter.
right? So you need to be aware of, okay, at any time rain can come.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
You should not wait till rain comes and
Rain comes and
you
then
run for
start preparing.
shelter. Yeah. So
Yeah.
all those things you can relate with personal finance.
Uh,
How
so
can,
beautifully
if
explained.
you lose your
Yes.
job,
Right.
if you lose your job, you have a debt. You have to pay your home loan now. How will
Right.
you going to manage? Unless and
Yeah.
until you are not prepared for that.
Right. Right.
It's not an unknown thing. Rain will come
Hmm.
always,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
We
Yes.
need to
Yes.
be ready for the rain. So that
Seasons
is
keep on changing. Yes.
yes. So those are the way like I have explained parallels with farming and the nature and finance.
Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. So beautifully you explained that, like the farmer knows he is the expert in farming. Similarly, when talk about finance, yes, investing, yes, of course, one cannot become a master immediately, but like you use the word that mindfully, if we rather than taking a hasty decision or abstract behavior, if we become mindful and then taking the same kind of approach like the farmer, I think, yeah, it is such a beautiful analogy to prepare
Exactly.
ourselves for the rainy days.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And there is a one that banyan tree. Banyan tree also. What is that banyan tree story?
Ah,
You can throw a little light on that also.
okay. See, banyan tree is something I referred is it's in my center of my farm. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So banyan tree itself is it grows big, right? And
Right.
it's every branches will support that big tree, right?
Right.
So your small investment also what will happen is it will grow like a banyan tree, and
Hmm.
every branches is going to support future. It's it's another way of compounding. We say compounding, right? If
Right.
you start invest, your investment get compounding.
Hmm.
So that way I related the banyan tree with that concept. So you take a shelter in the banyan tree. You start with a small banyan tree.
Right.
You just ignore it. You just
Hmm.
leave it. The banyan tree by itself will start to grow,
Grow.
and it's every branches is going to become another pillar for that. That way it is going to grow. So
Grow.
your investment also will start to grow, and it is not just going to support you. It is going to support you, your family. It is going to support your grandchildrens.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm.
So it's going to be your family growth. You are
Growth.
not just thinking for yourself. It is
Right.
for your entire generations.
Ah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Like that banyan tree grows from small to big. Similarly, yes, I think it's a very clear message that a lot of time we think that we need a big saving because we are in such a time and our requirements are big. But we forget that, like, the banyan tree grows from small to big, and with the time it grows. It doesn't grow immediately. So
Yes.
yes, same way our investment, maybe they are very humble and very small, but with the time they will also grow like a banyan tree and support. Wow,
Nicely. Yeah, nicely. That is correct.
wonderful.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
great,
yes.
great, great. And another thing is that I want to ask you that you set up like using your hometown. So what is the
Mhm.
significance of your hometown? Like, what is that message behind, like, you connecting to your hometown like Madurai?
Okay. See, there is a little bit of exaggerations are there in the story. Obviously, it's
Yeah, it's a
a
creative
fictional.
liberty, basically, we can say.
Yeah, yes, right. So Madurai used to be a very green field city,
Ah,
right? And slowly now and people start to sell their land. Now the
hmm,
farmlands are getting very less and less. If you
less.
see, if you remember the old movies in Tamil south side,
Yeah,
most of the movies are shot in that area.
right. Yeah.
Now people are going from some other place, for some Switzerland or other place. Right now, this
Yeah.
is gone. So
Ah,
it's a symbolic. I'm trying to say that in the past, it used to be like this.
ah.
We forgotten those things. So
Yeah.
just you to the past, and you would have lived in that kind of environment. And if you
Hmm.
if you just think the similar kind of setup still be there, and how pleasant it would have been, right?
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
So,
Yeah,
so
that
that is
happens a lot.
why.
Hmm.
Sorry, that is why I picked my place, Madurai,
Place.
and but still I'm owning a farmland over there. Even though so in my surroundings are not doing any farming over there, only my
Okay.
farm. I'm just making as a my wife, mother-in-law. They are supporting me a lot in that part. So
Okay.
it's now becoming like a forest now. Yeah,
Wow. That's
we started in the barren land, and the barren land
ah
is now it's yielding a lot of fruits for us.
fruits. Yeah.
Right?
Wow. But
Yeah.
you chose to sow fruits.
Yes. Yes.
So and eventually, yes, it is. I think your long-term vision, which yielded you to this kind of a great harvest. But still, people around you are not doing that farming, though there is a land. But yes, I think it's a very good message, because most of the time we are just trying to imitate people who are like showy or shining, but we forget that roots are where we need to go back. And as
Yes.
the saying also goes, that gold mine is always under your feet, but we are the one who are running here and there.
Nice. Nicely put. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
True. True.
Wow,
True. True.
excellent,
True.
excellent.
Because
And
I want people to get inspired from that, and they have to follow this one. That is a so I explain about Madurai and the learn when when you read that book and when you read the description of the land, right? You'll able to visualize the mindfulness and the pleasant ambience of that place, right?
uh,
You'll
yeah,
start to visualize. Yeah.
I will be sharing this book link also for our viewers
Sure. Sure.
to purchase that. And it's a wonderful book. When I, read, I did not thought from that perspective of that, that aligning these, making this triangle, that farming, mindfulness, and finance. Most of the time, we always relate mindfulness is a spiritual life. Farming is something which is
Yeah.
related to profession, and finance is something which very few people are lucky. But you made a very beautiful
Mm.
triangle. So
Correct.
that
Correct.
that is what is like my next question is that how, and how challenging it was for you to make that triangle, like, you know coming up with that idea that how mindfulness and our roots of farming
Okay.
can help us to develop a
Correct.
financial freedom. Yeah.
Nice, nice. That's a good question. See, you also mentioned, right? When you always talk about this mindfulness, people start to think in two ways. One is the spiritual thing, and
Right.
second one is about yoga and other things,
Right.
right? Spiritual is not a religion, first of all.
Hmm. Hmm.
Again, there is another misconception happens that whenever we say spiritual,
Right.
spiritual means religion like Hinduism, Buddhism, all those things comes into the picture.
Right.
So
Right.
what spiritual is life. It's a
Right.
how you live, the style of your life, the disciplined way of life, right? So
Hmm.
that is how I put as spirituality into that. So for
Right.
example, I wake up in the morning around 4 o'clock. That's my routine. At 4 o'clock I wake up. I do
Hmm.
some breathing exercise and read books and do some simple exercise. Then just rest my office works, right? So when you start to do this a disciplined way,
Right.
that is right. So now coming to the farming,
Hmm.
farming also is a spiritual way. It's a disciplined way. You have to
Hmm.
do certain things in a specific way. You cannot just do one day and do. You cannot stop doing the other day.
Yeah.
Similar thing comes to finance also. You have to
Hmm.
be disciplined. You cannot stop doing certain things in between. Right.
Hmm.
So all these parallels, right? If it exactly matches.
Right.
So yeah, that is how mindfulness and the farming thing, and also with the finance.
Yeah. Like, wow, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, it's a very farming is a very practical way of work or job. I think the most practical person is the farmer, because it
Yes.
doesn't live by chance. It doesn't leave things on fate, but rather
Yeah, yeah,
talk
yeah.
about you have to work with whatever the season is. Rather, you need to learn the working of a nature and then align yourself with that working, but at the same time you focus on your causes also, rather than waiting for the luck to happen. And I think the most
Yeah, actually,
persistent person is the farmer,
yes, yes, true.
day
See,
and night. Yes.
the one of the thing is, see, everybody says stock market is a very risky business, right?
Hmm.
It's a risky thing. But one of the riskiest business is farming.
Absolutely right.
Farmers cannot predict certain times it may go wrong and entire the crop may go, you know, you have to lose a lot of money. So we think stock
Right.
market is the riskiest business. No, it's not that.
Hmm.
Everything
Hmm.
has a risk.
Risk.
Everything has a risk. But when you do in a mindful way,
Right.
when you know things, when you are able to be a part of that system,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Your nose and your fingers, your hair, everything will flow with that one, right?
Right.
You will be connected to it. So whatever happens, it indirectly will direct you to do certain things, right?
Right. Right.
That is, yeah, that is what the farmer knows certain things. They are very brilliant guys. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
when
Yes.
I learn from them, my grandfathers and my relatives, they stopped farming mainly because they are not able to compete with the corporate thing, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
That is the one thing. So even what I'm doing is for my self satisfaction. I'm not
Yeah.
planning to earn money from that, or earn money means a profit from that.
Right. Right.
So it's similarly investment also is for yourself only, for your family,
Right.
right?
Right.
That is how we have to think. We have to put together. Yeah.
Correct, correct. Yeah, it's not about competing with others,
Yes.
but yes, knowing the essential things of life which need to be done.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, excellent, excellent. So, Sundar, yes, it's such a wonderful concept you have, written in the form of a book, and you made it so simple also. And definitely, I'm sharing this book link so people can go and buy that your book. Now, my next question is that,
So this is the book.
yeah.
uh, it's recently released. So yeah.
So can you please tell the name of the book?
Okay. So book name is Shepherd's Guide to Prosperity,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, mindfulness is the core principle psychology behind that. And I
Yeah.
have given in 11 steps. So like mindfulness, it's an acronym for me. So so that you
Uh,
can easily remember things. I made each like alphabet of mindfulness is referring to a step in your
Steps.
personal finance.
Excellent.
You can
Excellent.
relate everything, every character of the mindfulness with personal finance.
Personal
Yeah.
finance. Okay. So you use mindfulness as practice, but you use this as an acronym also.
Yes,
Wow.
yes,
Wow. So people can get a very clear-cut message from that book.
yeah, true.
I mean, they may have a different perspective, but the way you said that mindfulness you used as a acronym also, so the message will be quite clear for the readers.
Yes, and this book is not a technical book. And after reading this book, it's not that you are going to immediately go and trade something or do something. Right? It's about your practice, how to be
Practice.
aware of the personal finance. It is
Ah,
mainly for you to understand how important personal finance is, right?
right, right.
Yeah.
And yes, my question next is that what are the other future projects people can expect, since it's a, I think, such a beautiful book you have written, and what others future projects we can expect from you?
Okay. So similarly, I'm planning to get detail into more detail of certain aspects. Okay.
Okay.
It might be the follow-up of chapter 2 of this book. In a specific area, I'm going to be more detailed and specific in that part, rather than like giving the broad details. people may get lost, right? Like I'm going to focus step by step on each of the, for example, mindfulness. M is certain thing means I'm going to detail out M in a
Okay.
separate
Yeah.
episode, yeah, separate book. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So more detailed version also will be there.
Yes.
Okay, wow, excellent, excellent. So thank you so much, Sundar. If any message you have, to share for people, yes, please feel free, because I think it takes a lot of hard work to write a book and then to publish a book. And then next, step is, I think, that to reaching out to people so that people can get benefit through that hard work which a writer has put into, yes.
Yeah, it's more than I don't want to say it's a hard work. I don't want to say that I have put a lot of effort, but it's a passion, right? It's about how to make others see. There are two types of people. One who learn by experience. That's other
Right.
person is a smarter people who learn from others.
Others,
Right?
yeah,
So
experience,
whether
right.
you need to choose whether you want to be a smarter by understanding from others, or
Yeah.
you want to uh,
Yeah,
experience and then to learn.
continue. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I completely agree with you, because I also read somewhere that smart people are who understand what lies ahead, because by looking at the people,
Yes.
so they learn from other people's failure rather than going through their failure in their own life. So wow, excellent. So thank you so much,
Yeah.
Sundar, and yes, I am sharing that link of the book also in the description. So I strongly recommend this book to people. Go and purchase, read book, and I'm sure it will help you to change your financial aspect also of your life.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you,
so
Kamal,
much.
time
Thank you
and
so much for
bringing
having
over here.
being here.
To listen to more such life transforming podcast talks, please subscribe to my channel and share it with all your family and friends. Thank you.